The holiday starts before the sun climbs above the horizon. Bitter cold and darkness. Being out in the woods this early today only means one thing. You are a hunter. You are strong and resilient to the sub-freezing temperatures, but most importantly, you love the hunt. Only the hunters make sound at 5 a.m. as they unload the truck, gear up, and take to the woods. Today, opening morning, marks the start of the 9-day gun hunting season. My family, the Pratts, will be out most, if not all, of the upcoming 9 days. This morning, I am out with my cousin Hunter and my Uncle Kevin. After arriving at their home in Monticello, Wisconsin at 4:30 a.m., we piled into the truck and drove to a wooded area a few miles down the road from their home.
So the concept is you wake up really early at like 4:30, drive up to Iota, and sit in a deer stand with your gun and freeze until like 10 o'clock till the sun comes up and over the hill. And if you're sitting on the wrong side of the hill, you don't get sun at all, and the ground is all frosted and cold. But it's definitely a really surreal thing to like listen to the woods wake up in the morning, because like the first thing you hear is like little mice and squirrels rustling in the leaves, and then you hear the birds start to chirp, and it gets pretty loud in the morning. So
here, we will sit in the woods and watch the sun start to illuminate the branches around us as we blend in with nature and wait for the deer to come to us.
Relaxing, peaceful, calm. It's just, I really don't know how to explain it. It's so nice just to sit there and watch the sun come up and listen to the birds start to wake up and the squirrels moving around. And, wow.
Do you feel like a connection to the land?
Yes. I feel like you're part of the land, like you belong there.
Sitting up in the trees and the deer stands, you wait. Up about 20 feet from the ground, where the squirrels run around the branches and the cold wind pierces through your thick blaze orange coat, you are part of the forest.
My favorite part is opening morning, going out at 4:30, 5 in the morning before the sun comes up, before the woods even wake up. Go out into the tree stand, freeze my butt off, but sit there and just watch the woods around you wake up. And it's just really nice and so peaceful, and there's no technology, there's no people trying to get a hold of you, there's just relaxing and just watching and listening, and it's kind of amazing how our senses are dulled when you're in the city. Sitting out in the woods at 5 in the morning, you hear every little bird, you hear every little squirrel.
A deer appears at the base of the tree my cousin Hunter waits in. He watches, waiting to get a better shot. But the deer is young, with small horns barely poking out of his head, too young to kill. So the deer passes by, undisturbed by the human sitting in the tree above him.
Cold?
It's now 9:30 a.m. The day is slow so far, so the hunters pack up and head back to the truck.
I remember like when I was really little, I'd clean my toy gun. That like my dad would clean his actual gun, and I'd clean my toy gun, and like go up in the quarry and we'd practice shoot, and I'd shoot my fake gun and be like, "Oh, did you see that hole? I just blew a hole in the target," and just be stupid. But that was kind of pertaining.
Yeah. They put their guns safely away and climb into their seats to head to Iota, Wisconsin, and meet up with the rest of the group. Waiting in the garage outside Tim's house, the group is hanging out, eating, chatting about strategy for the rest of the day. This spot is where they gather before they all go out to hunt together. For the past 20 years, this is how opening day plays out for the Pratt family. Mornings sitting in deer stands, the remainder of the day spent group hunting with the rest of the family. This all started when my Uncle Mark, passionate and loving, encouraged the family to relive the tradition that started when they were kids, hunting this same land.
Mark was instrumental in getting everybody back together again for this group hunting, which.
And if it hadn't have been for him, I probably never would have came back and hunted with you know, that group. But yeah, Mark had a lot to do with it. You know, he of course, Mark was very good at exaggerating, telling us, you know, he could tell some pretty good fish stories, but you know, telling you on the phone that all these monster bucks that he had seen, but you know, to me it wasn't really about that. It was more about, you know, spending time with the family.
What does it say?
Mark passed away in 2011, and now the hunters honor his memory and continue his hunting legacy by carrying his ashes along with them each year on the hunt.
Yeah, I've got shells with Mark's ashes in all my guns so he could hunt with me. So, and we spread his ashes out where Ryan's old tree stand was. All the timbers we hunted the following year, and we took ashes and spread through. So.
But you know, that's what he wanted. He wanted his ashes to be, you know, wherever we were hunting. So I take them along with me and spread them everywhere. So his ashes are pretty much all over that Wyoda area.
And it was this really awesome moment that we had the next deer season. The group of us took some of his remains out. We did a little 21 gun salute and shot off our shotguns and spread his ashes and shared some stories and shed a few tears.
They take off, rifles ready, truck full of blaze orange clad family members.
It does look a lot better though, that's amazing.
Yeah, it just needed a little bit of the hunting spirit.
Oh, right there, Tim. We'll just drive it right down to.
The strategy for group hunting is simple. Drive. Drive the deer through the woods. Drive the deer to someone in the group who is positioned ready.
You're gonna drive this one while somebody has to, Tim, you go with and bring the truck back.
4 to 5 hunters drive the deer through the woods, while the others wait at its edges, hoping for a deer to run out through the clearing.
In all honesty, like, the actual killing of the deer is kind of, not grotesque necessarily, but it's kind of like I don't need to kill the animal by any means. It's more of just like a, yeah, like a tradition. Like, if I don't know if I necessarily go out and just kill deer by myself, but with the family, it's definitely a lot more fun, and it means something. It kind of brings something to the killing of the deer.
They push the deer through as many timbers as they can until the sun sets.
It's kind of like an out-of-body experience. Like, it's, I don't know, a surreal feeling.
Load, drive, repeat.
Remember last year when they came up out of here? Yeah. I want you down over the hill here along this ditch.
Well, you know, I guess it brings back memories of when we were kids, you know, when we were young, when we shot deer like that, and it reaffirms that, you know, you can die tomorrow and know that he's probably going to carry this on.
You get through this thing, then you go. Whoa, hold on.
That's in that wood, then.
Yeah.
That he's going to, what my father instilled in me, I've instilled in him, you know, and hopefully if he has a, you know, a daughter or son, that he'll instill that into them, you know.
I'd say that's not just killing an animal. You're not doing it to be cruel. That you have to like look. I mean, there is people that do it to be cruel, or I guess not cruel, but just for the sport to kill something. But there's also like you have to look back into people's history and look back at how far they've done this and who like everything that goes into it. Like they would plan for weeks on about everything and where'd they go and putting up stands, spend so much time on it. And then getting everyone together, like going to Thanksgiving with all of our family. There's like what, like 30 of us there, like all that. And the guys hunting is just like everything put together. That is just a big family. It's not even. It's like an extra. Besides Thanksgiving, it's like an extra holiday like event. Like people look forward to the hunting season. Like it's a huge thing.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be probably the main thing is that it's not the sport isn't more or less for, you know, the shooting of the animal. It's for the gathering and the experience altogether.
For one thing, it's been a tradition since Kevin and I were kids to group hunt, to make drives. It's a more exciting way to hunt than just sitting still. And you know, you're sharing things that happen throughout the day with the people you're hunting with.
Right.
It's fun.
Well, it's you know, that land has been land that we've hunted since we were little kids, and I mean it's something that's hard, I think, to let go of.
The hunters emerged from the last timber. No deer today. But the hunters remain hopeful. No deer today, but there are 8 more days ahead. And the hunters don't just celebrate this season for the gift of a deer each day. They celebrate the experience, the land, the tradition, the memories, and the gathering of the family each year. After all, it is the hunting holiday.